The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Good afternoon. Oh, I said good afternoon. Aren't you excited to be here? Yeah. Right, I'm also excited to be here. And I guess we are going to have an exciting contest, isn't it? Yes. Are we? Yes. All right, let's see. So, a warm welcome to all of you to the Ashanti Regional Qualifying Contest, or the Qualifiers Contest for the 2023 Junior Science and Maths Quiz. The participating schools, you have done so very well, because I think you are probably the creme de la creme in the Ashanti region, but you haven't gotten there yet. We need to still do some more selections so that the selected schools will compete with the schools selected from the northern region, from the western region, and from the Greater Accra region. You know how the Greater Accra region people are. Do you want them to carry the trophy to Accra? Do you want the northern region people to carry the trophy to the northern region? Do you want those in the western region, the oil city? So you want it to stay in the Ashanti region? All right, so we'll see then. So remember that the Junior Science and Maths Quiz is organized by the College of Science, the premier college at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, ERIDEC Ghana Limited, and DEX Technologies. And we appreciate all our sponsors. We appreciate the Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosia Dixon. We also appreciate the Provost of the College of Science in the person of Professor Leonard Amekuji. And of course, we are highly indebted to the chair of the Junior Science and Maths Quiz Boss, or chairperson, in the person of Professor Kwesi Prekon. We appreciate him for all the various leadership roles he has been playing. We are truly grateful to all these people. We also want to appreciate our sponsors. They play a key role in these activities. We thank them for coming on board to support the 2023 Junior Science and Maths Quiz. And we have a lot of sponsors. I will just go through a few of them. So we want to appreciate the KNUST e-Learning Center. They have been with us taking pictures, video, media coverages, and we say thank you to the KNUST e-Learning Center. To the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, they have been able to provide us with exciting accommodation, and we have combed through 4 good regions in Ghana, and they have always provided us with pleasurable accommodation services. We say thank you so very much to them. And of course, to DEX Technologies, they always sponsor the round 3 of our contest, the technology or the Science and Technology Challenge, and we also appreciate them. And like I always say, at DEX Technologies, they say a new beginning to new engineers. We thank you so very much, DEX Technologies. Let me also salute, do we have some heads of the schools in our midst? Any head, teacher, head, mistress, principal? How about teachers or educators? Thank you so very, only one. I'm sure the 3 schools came with teachers. We appreciate all of you for training our gallant students, and for them to find themselves on the stage of KNUST, where the best education always emanates from us. And of course, to our students, those representing their schools, those seated on the stage, it is not easy. You have all these cameras and people watching you from the comfort of their homes, and I need to applaud you. A round of applause for them, please. And of course, I never leave the supporters out. The jubilant supporters, a round of applause for yourselves. I need you to be doing the clapping. Thank you very much. And my name is Augustine Angelina Silverkin. I'm a senior lecturer at the Department of Theoretical and Applied Biology and a senior research fellow at the Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research in Tropical Medicine. And I will be your quiz mistress for this late afternoon's contest. remember that the main aim of the Junior Science and Maths quiz is to promote a lot of teamwork, to generate critical thinking, even at this very young stage. And so I'm sure all the schools have prepared appropriately. And I see some of them praying, that's good. Some of them are also sharing ideas. But I'm sure that they are all well prepared and they are poised and looking forward to an exciting contest. So competing in this contest, the Ashanti Regional Qualifiers Contest for the 2023 Junior Science and Maths Quiz, we have 3 schools. And we have MANNA International School, we have Shining Star International School, and we also have Universal International School. So all our schools are international schools. But I guess we would like to hear the voices of our contestants, isn't it? Yes. Do you want to hear their voices? All right. So contestants, I need you to introduce yourselves. So you mention your name or your names, and then the form or the level in which you are in. And so MANNA International School is proudly represented by...
Yes, MANNA, I'm JHS.
And...
Don't go up now, also junior, JHS 3.
All right, and Shining Star International School is also proudly represented by...
I go by the name Imbiaset AJ, Basic 9.
And...
You are Richmond Balfour, Basic 9.
Can you pronounce your name again, please?
You are Richmond Balfour, Basic 9.
Yeah. And Universal International School is also proudly represented by...
Patrick Yabwa, Form 3.
Mensa Mary, JHS 3.
All right, so contestants, it's good you have left your microphones on. And I need you to raise your voices, okay? Because I know you know all the answers, but if you are not audible, then chances that I might not hear you is very high. So I need you to be very confident, speak boldly into the microphones, all right? So that I will be able to hear you. So please leave your microphones on throughout the entire period of the quiz. Is that okay? But I need you to really shout. I mean, not shout, but make sure you are audible. Is that all right with you? Universal International School, is that all right with you? Shining Star, is that okay with you? MANNA International School, is that all right with you? Good. So, contestants, you have some small equipment in front of you. These are buzzers, and these are the only means by which you can draw my attention to yourselves, so to your schools as contestants. And just so we ensure that everything is working optimally, I need every single one of you to test your buzzers. So can we hear the sound from the buzzer from MANNA International School? Very good. Shining Star? Good. Universal International School? Excellent. A round of applause for them. So there will be 4 rounds in this contest. Round 1, the fundamentals. Round 2 is the fastest brain, fastest finger. Round 3 is the science and technology challenge. And round 4 is decoding the clues. But contestants, be rest assured that I'll be reading the instructions at the beginning of each round. But I need you to pay attention. I will not be repeating the questions. Only in some very few cases. I will never repeat the questions. And so I would need you to pay attention, especially when I am reading the instructions. Are we okay? Right. So we start with round 1. The fundamentals. And here, questions will be from biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. If a school answers a question correctly, 3 points will be awarded. If it is incorrectly answered, it becomes available as a bonus to the 2 other schools to compete for. The score for a bonus question is 1 point. And the schools will have 15 seconds to answer questions that do not require calculations and 40 seconds to answer questions that require calculations. And listen to this one very well. Each school will have a maximum of 2 attempts. 2 attempts for their main question and 1 attempt for a bonus question. And bonus questions are always open to the 2 other schools to compete for by ringing or pressing the buzzer. Now, if you decide to press the buzzer and you go ahead to answer the question, especially if it's a bonus question, and that particular answer is correct, I will nullify it. Because we need some decorum on the stage, isn't it? So, if it is a bonus question, you need to press the buzzer, and then I will call you, and you should be ready with your answer. Otherwise, if you decide to just go ahead and answer, I would nullify that particular question, especially to that particular school which did that. And then contestants, remember that the buzzers are only meant for when it is a bonus question. For your major question, there's no need pressing the buzzer, unless, of course, it is a different round when I have given the associated instructions. So I wish you all the best to the 3 competing schools. We start with round 1, the first question. So there's a preamble, and contestants, I'll give you 15 seconds to attempt answering the following questions. MANNA International School. What does the term light year quantify?
Light year.
So you were timed out, or you pressed the buzzer? Okay.
It is the distance traveled by light in a year.
That distance is correct for 3 points. So like I said, contestants, MANNA International, contestants, if it's your major question, don't press the buzzer, all right? Okay. Shining Star International School. What is the unit used to express the amount of energy transferred or converted per unit time? Is it Seth or Richmond? Yes, Seth, go ahead.
We have Coulomb.
No. Universal?
Joules.
No. So the correct answer is power. Power. Watt, right? Watt. Watt. Universal International School, your major question. What unit measures the time rate of flow of electric charges? Yes, Mary.
Ampere.
Ampere is correct for 3 points. Question 2. I'll give you 15 seconds, and there's a preamble to all schools. Now, for the following diseases I'll be mentioning, I need you to state the causative agent. The causative agent. Shining Star International School. Bilharzia. Yes, said.
Worm.
No. Yes.
Schistosoma.
Schistosoma, I'll give it to you. So I needed him to qualify the worm. And schistosoma is, so we have schistosoma mansoni, we have schistosoma hematobium, we have schistosoma japonicum. And of course, if you had said parasitic worm, I would have just given it to you the first attempt, but well done. 3 points. Universal International School, tuberculosis. Yes, Mary.
Mycobacterium tuberculosis.
That's correct for 3 points. MANNA International School, your major question. Cholera. Yes,
Vibro cholera.
Vibro cholerae is correct for 3 points. Question 3. Contestants, you have 40 seconds. 40 seconds. And there's a preamble. Find the solution set of the following inequalities. Find the solution set of the following inequalities. Universal International School. 5, open bracket, 2x minus 1, close bracket, is less than or equal to 2, open bracket, 4 minus x, bracket close. Yes, Mary.
X is less than or equal to 7 over 6.
No. You still have another attempt?
X is less than or equal to 13 over 11.
No. Shining star?
The solution set is x is less than or equal to one whole number, 1 out of 12.
I'll give that to him for a bonus. MANNA International School. 4, open bracket, x minus 3, close bracket, is greater than or equal to 3, open bracket, x plus 5, close bracket or bracket closed.
X is such that x is greater than or equal to 27.
That's correct for 3 points. Shining star. Two over 3, open bracket, 2x plus 5, bracket closed, is greater than or equal to 8, open bracket, 2 over 3, bracket closed. Yes, Seth, go ahead.
The solution set is x is such that x is greater than or equal to 3 out of 2.
That's correct for 3 points. For the next set of questions, I'll give you 15 seconds. 15 seconds. MANNA International School. Explain the keyboard shortcut for opening the format cells dialog box in Excel.
Control plus F.
No. Shining star? Yes.
Alt plus F.
No. Yes, universal.
Control plus F11. Control plus F11.
No. So the correct answer is the control key plus 1. Plus 1. This is ICT. Shining Star. Shining Star International School. How can you activate the formula bar for editing a cell's content using a keyboard shortcut? Yes, said.
Control key plus 2.
No. So it's the F2 key. F2 key. You only need to press the F2 key. Universal International School. What is the shortcut for applying a specific number format to selected cells in a spreadsheet? Yes, Mary.
Control plus V.
No. Shining star?
Control plus Shift plus L.
No. So it is Control plus Shift plus 1. Plus 1. ICT. Right. So question 5. There's a preamble. And I'll give you 15 seconds to answer the following questions. So I need you to state the number of electrons in the outermost shell of the following atoms. The number of electrons in the outermost shell of the following atoms. Shining star, neon. Yes, said.
8 electrons.
8 electrons is correct for 3 points. Universal International School, carbon.
Six.
Yes, Mary.
6.
No, that's incorrect. Yes, Mary again.
4.
4 is correct for 3 points. MANNA International School, chlorine.
7 electrons.
7 is correct for 3 points. So for the next set of questions, I'll give you 40 seconds. 40 seconds. And there's a preamble to all schools. Universal International. A 1,500 watt electric heater is operated for a total of 8 hours in a week. What is the total energy consumed by the heater over the week if the cost per kilowatt hour is 5 Ghana cedis? Yes, Mary.
12,000 joules.
No. Shining star? Yes. Say.
1 out of 24 joules.
No. So I'll keep the answer to my chest, because when I'm through with the set of questions, then I'll let you know how you needed to have calculated that one. MANNA International School. A refrigerator with a power rating of 100 watts is in operation for 24 hours a day for a week. If the cost per kilowatt hour is 5 Ghana cedis, what is the daily cost of running the refrigerator? Yes, Universal International School.
1 cedi 20 pesos.
No, that's not correct. Right, so like the first one, I'll hold this one too to my chest. Shining star. A 1,200 watt air conditioner is used for 6 hours a day for a week. If the cost per kilowatt hour is 0.1 Ghana cedis, what is the daily cost of running the air conditioner? Yes, Seth.
6 cedis.
No, that's incorrect. Yes.
42 Ghana cedis.
No, that's not correct. Yes, Universal International School.
2 Ghana cedis.
No, not 2 Ghana cedis. Okay. So, you see, the one for Universal International, I gave you the power, and I needed you to calculate, so operated over a certain period of time, 8 hours. So you only needed to multiply the watts by the time to get your 1,200 watts hour. But you see, so it would have been 12,000 watts. But you said 12,000 joules, 12,000 watts. Of course, you could have also converted the watts to kilowatts, which would have given you 12 kilowatts. Then for MANNA International, so your question, Universal, out of smartness, we decided to add 5 Ghana cedis to confuse you. You really didn't need to use the 5 Ghana cedis in calculating anything or in calculating for anything. Then the one for MANNA International, the same thing, very simple and very similar, not simple. But this time we needed the amount, the cost. So when you had your energy consumed in terms of your kilowatt hour, you only needed to multiply it by the cost, the 5 Ghana cedis. So that would have given you 12 Ghana cedis. 12 Ghana cedis. Then for Shining Star, also very simple, the same thing. And that would have given you 0.72 Ghana cedis. Because this one, we really needed you to calculate the cost, and not just the energy consumed. Question 7. Question 7. I'll give you 40 seconds. There's a preamble to the schools. List the prime factors of the following. List the prime factors of the following. MANNA International School. 21 raised to the power 4. Yes, Kwabena.
3 and 7.
That's correct for 3 points. But again, MANNA, there's no point pressing the buzzer because it was your major, or there was no point pressing the buzzer, okay? I said the buzzer, you press it when there's a bonus question, all right? Good. Shining Star. 37 raised to the power 3. 36 raised to the power 3. Yes, said.
2 and 3.
That's correct for 3 points. Universal International School. 49 raised to the power 5. Yes, Mary.
7.
7 is correct for 3 points. Question 8. There's a preamble. Now listen to this attentively. So I'll be making some statements, and I need the contestants or the schools to indicate whether they are true or false. And obviously, it can only be true or it can only be false. It cannot be both. So contestant, don't say true and then again you say false. All right? And of course, we can't pass these on as bonuses. Shining Star International School. A covalent bond is likely to be polar when the atoms sharing the electrons have significant difference in their electronegativity. Yes, said.
True.
That's a true statement. Universal International School. Two-element compounds are usually ionic when the two elements are metals. Yes, Patrick.
False.
That's a false statement. MANNA International School. When 6 pairs of electrons are shared between the atoms, they form a triple covalent bond.
True.
That's a true statement. Universal International School. The umbilical cord is part of a mother's reproductive system. Yes, Mary.
False.
Indeed, that's a false statement. It only connects the placenta to the fetus. So indeed, that's a false statement. MANNA International School. I hear some whispers. I don't want to hear any whispers or whisperings. MANNA International School. A zygote is formed when a sperm cell successfully fertilizes an egg cell. Yes, is it Kwabena or Kwame? Yes. Yes, that's a true statement. I need you to be very, audible, all right? Be audible. Shining Star International School. The uterus is also known as the womb and is where a fetus develops during pregnancy. Yes, said.
It's a true statement.
It's a true statement indeed. The last set of questions for this round. MANNA International School. Email is considered a real-time method of communication.
False.
Indeed, that's a false statement. Correct. Shining Star. Antivirus software can protect a computer from all types of cybersecurity threats. Yes, sir.
False.
Indeed, that is a false statement. Universal International School. The internet and the World Wide Web are the same things. Yes, Mary.
False.
Indeed, that is a false statement. And on that false statement note, we have come to the end of round one. Remember, the Junior Science and Maths Quiz, the 2023 edition, is proudly sponsored by Dex Technologies, the IDL, and the e-learning center, both at the KNUST, Kumasi. So I have the scores. And at the end of round one, MANNA International School has 24 points. Shining Star International School, 22 points. And Universal International School, 21 points. A round of applause, please. A round of applause. Well done, contestants. So we want to zoom into our round two. Round two is always very exciting. It's the fastest brain, fastest finger. Fastest brain, fastest finger. And here, contestants, please pay attention to the instructions. Otherwise, if you don't take care, your school will be disqualified or your answer will be nullified. So here, one question will be read out, and contestants will compete to be the first to answer. And here, each question carries a score of 4 good points. So when a contestant is ready to respond by providing an answer, they need to press the buzzer before they attempt to answer. Press the buzzer before you attempt to answer. If you decide to answer before pressing the buzzer, your school will be disqualified from answering that particular question. And after the buzzer has been pressed by the school, I expect the contestants to provide me with an answer in 3 seconds. I don't want to hear and then you'll be thinking, because this one is fastest brain, fastest finger. So think before you press the buzzer. Are we okay? And there's a caveat here. I'll come to the caveat later. But if a school gets a question wrong, the 2 remaining schools get to compete to answer that particular question. Now, the caveat is that if you provide me with a wrong answer, a penalty, you will attract a penalty. And the penalty is 1 point. And I'm sure looking at how closely the marks are, all the schools would want to protect your marks, isn't it? So please, make sure you hopefully have the correct answer. And I wish all the schools the best of luck. Question 1. Which 2 members of the D block on the periodic table are not considered as transition metals? Yes, universal. Yes.
Carbon silicon.
No. Supporters, any answer from a student? So we know the transition metals, and we know that, especially on the D block,
Device is not.
we will find zinc and scandium. Zinc and scandium, and these are not considered as transition metals. Man, are you okay? The way your fingers are on the thing, you press it. All right? Okay, so let's just do a quick check of your buzzers. A very quick check. So let's listen to the sound that comes from the buzzer from MANNA International School. Good. Shining Star International School. Very good. Universal International School. Very good. All right. So let's go to question 2. Swinging a basketball bat is under which class of lever? MANNA International School.
Second class level.
No, that's incorrect. Shining Star.
3rd class of liver.
3rd class lever is correct. The next question. What does MS-DOS, MANNA International?
Microsoft Disk Operating System.
That is correct for 4 points. I even wanted to say MS-DOS, but before I could say that, he had already provided the answer. Number 4. What does the acronym SSID stand for when setting up a wireless network? Shining Star.
We have structured supplementary identification.
No, that's incorrect. So the correct answer is service set identifier. Service set identifier. Number 5. The property of water that causes mosquito larvae. MANNA International.
Surface tension.
Surface tension is correct for 4 points. The next question. How do you launch an application from the start menu? Yes, MANNA International.
You click on the start button, then you search for the application on the start menu and press enter.
Using the keyboard, shining star. Yes, sir.
You click on the Windows key on the keyboard.
Yes, that's correct. Number 8. Evaluate or evaluate. Two raised to the power 2x minus 5 equals 8 raised to the power 0. Shining star.
X equal 3.
No, that's incorrect. Universal International.
S is equals 5 over 2.
That's correct for something, a point or so. Number 8. So I told you, contestants, that anytime you are ready to answer, you press the buzzer and I have to call you, isn't it? So I think at a point in time, MANNA went ahead without being called. So there'll be a -1 for them. Number 8. Number 8, heeding to instructions is very important. Don't be super excited, all right? Listen to instructions and then you will be fine. A motor lifts a load of 200 kilograms to a height of 10 meters in 5 seconds. What is the power output? Shining star.
4,000 watts.
No. Output of the motor. So the correct answer is, you know what? You know power output is equal to work over time. And I gave you everything. So you only needed to do some substitutions. And you would have gotten 392 watts 392 watts. So on that note, contestants, congratulations to you. We have come to the end of round 2. A round of applause for our contestants.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6, a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6, a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science Set has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically.
So please remember the Junior Science and Maths quiz is organized by the Premier College of Science at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in collaboration with Ghana Education Service, Eridec Ghana Limited, and Dex Technologies. I have my scores, the scores for round 2. So I'll provide you with the scores made by the schools in round 1, but I'm sure you are really interested in the total marks. So I'll do the scores specifically for round 1, and then I'll go to the scores made for the total round 1 and round 2. So round 2, MANNA International School made 5 points. A round of applause for them, please. Shining Star International School, 5 points. And Universal International School, 3 points. And I need to indicate that one of the questions where I asked them to calculate the energy, Universal International School, they said 12,000 joules. I asked them energy, so it is correct. So that's how come they have 3 points. Please clap for them. Right, so at the end of round 2, MANNA International School has 29 points. Shining Star International School, 27 points. Universal International School, 27 points. A round of applause for our contestants. So round 3. Round 3 is the Science and Technology Challenge. And here, one question will be given to all schools. The question in this round will require contestants to perform a task that will be assessed. The score for this round is 15. 15 points. 15 points. And contestants will have 15 minutes to complete the task. 15 points, 15 minutes. And remember that this particular round is kindly powered by Dex Science Set. Dex Science Set. We appreciate them for powering this particular round. And this is where we expect our contestants to get into something hands-on. So the contestants have been given the instructions. Indeed, they have been provided with, and contestants, please go through what you have in front of you as I go through the preamble. So you have been provided with A 9-volt battery labeled V. Universal, do you have it? Do you have it? Can I get a response from you, Universal International School? A 9-volt battery labeled V. Okay, I'll wait for them to dismantle right. Shining Star, do you have it? Right, MANNA International School, you have it. Right, and you have also been provided with 4 resistors labeled R1, R2, R3, and R4. Let me know if you do not have any of these 4 resistors. Once you are silent, then I will assume you have. Right. And then you also have a multimeter. Right, so I will also assume you have everything. Now it's a simple task, and you have a circuit drawn per the diagram you have been provided with. And so you've got to construct that particular circuit. And then you need to attempt answering the related questions based on the voltage reading for resistor R4 and the battery, and then what will be the total current flowing through the circuit. And there are some related questions. With the readings in tax 1 and tax 2, I would need you to calculate the voltage across R1. And then the second related question is for you to indicate what will be the effective resistance of the circuit. And I guess it's a very simple task to be executed in 15 minutes for 15 marks. Contestants, I wish you well, and your 15 minutes starts from now.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science set.
ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being
Contestants, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to finish the execution of your task. And kindly indicate the name of your school on the answer sheet. The name of your school on the answer sheet. Make sure you have written your school's name on the answer sheet. Work. All your pens should be down. Pens down. Well done, well done. Can I have your sheets, please? I hope you have written the name of your school on the sheet. Okay. So we need to applaud our contestants. It was such an interesting task. So I'll go through the marking scheme as provided by our experts, and then in no particular order, but in the order in which I received the scripts, I will go through and award the necessary marks as appropriate. So it was a very simple task, and they were given 4 resistors, and so resistor 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we needed them to construct resistor 1 and 2 in parallel, and then 3 and 4 in series, and of course connected to the multimeter we provided, and also to the battery provided. And once they were able to execute or complete this task, I will definitely give them some marks, 4 points or 4 marks, and they were also charged with calculating the voltage, or actually reading the voltage for resistor R4 and the battery, and that would also attract 2 marks or 2 points. And then the total current flow through the circuit, and this one, it required a bit of physics, so they had to really look at the positive side, the negative side, and construct or connect it to the multimeter. And if they were able to do that, 2 marks. And there were some related questions. With the readings in tax 1 and tax 2, calculate the voltage across R1. And then what will be the effective resistance of the circuit? And remember, they had to construct 1 and 2 in parallel and 3 and 4 in series. And we know the formula for calculating effective resistance in this case. And so obviously that would also give them 3 points. So that makes 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3. So a total of 15 points. So let's look at the sheets from Shining Star. From Shining Star, I said I'll just go through the sheets as I collected or as I received them. So Shining Star. So Shining Star, when I went round, I saw them, their apparel, the series and everything. So automatically they get 4 points for completion of task. And then for the voltage reading for resistor R4 and the battery. So resistor R4, the voltage, anything between 9.0 volts and 9.5 volts. And then the total current for the total current through the circuits. So anything 0.13 to 0.15, and then the current 4.4, anything between 4.4 and 4.7 milliamps. I'm always interested in the units. And then the voltage for R1, anything between 0.40 and 0.43 volts. Because they needed all these to enable them calculate the effective resistance. And if they had all these information, then the effective resistance would be 566 ohms. 566 ohms. So per Shining Star. So they have 4 points already. And they are question 1. What will be the voltage reading for resistor 4 and the battery? They have equals 7.86 volts. They had the unit correct, but unfortunately the reading is not correct. And then in terms of the total current flowing through the circuits, they have 10.52 amps. Again, this is not correct. But remember, they already have 4 marks. Then, with the readings in tax 1 and tax 2, calculate the voltage across R1. Across R1, they have 8.12 volts, and that is not the voltage across R1. It is, like I said, anything between 0.40 and 0.43. So that is also not correct. And then the effective resistance, they have written resistance equals total voltage over total current, which is 9 volts over 14.01, and that is also not correct. So again, they were able to execute the task, so they have 4 out of 15. A round of applause for them. MANNA International. MANNA International, they have the voltage reading for resistor R4 and the battery. They have minus 9.27 volts, and that is not the correct voltage reading. And the total current, they have minus 5.72 amps. Again, that is not correct. And because they had minuses, obviously the voltage, they had to use the two voltages to calculate the voltage across R1. So theirs is minus 2960 volts, and also that is not correct. However, for the effective resistance, of course, in parallel, in series, we know the formula. I won't go through that. They had 566 ohms. So they have 3 points for being able to calculate the effective resistance, and they also have 4 points for the ability to complete the task. So they have, can I have some quietness, please? So they have a total of 7 out of 15. A round of applause for them. Then let's look at Universal. Universal, again, I went round. They were able to complete the task. So they have 5 from the onset. And then with the readings, so their readings, they don't have any readings here for resistor R4 and the battery. And then for the total current, they don't have anything. Then with the readings in tax 1 and tax 2, calculate the voltage across R1. So they have V equals IR, V equals voltage, I equals current, R equals resistance. So they have V equals R times 0.30. And the answer is 0.30. And that is also not correct. Then what will be the effective resistance of the circuit? They have R equals V over I. So they made R the subject of the equation. They have the effective resistance of the circuit is equal to 0.30. And that is also not correct. So for being able to complete the task, they also have 4 out of 15. A round of applause for them. And remember, the 2023 Junior Science and Maths Quiz is proudly sponsored by the KNUST E-Learning Center. For all our media and video coverages, we are grateful. The KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, they have indeed made our journey around the country very easy. And Dex Technologies, they actually sponsored or powered this particular round. And at Dex Technologies, they say a new beginning to new engineers. Now let's look at the scores. The scores. But before I go through the scores, in round 2, the fastest brain, fastest finger, there was a question where I asked them to calculate. I provided them with the load, and obviously they had to add gravitational force. They used 10, and I provided the correct answer as 394, but the joules, and the correct answer, if you use 10 as the force of the gravitational force, then you get 4,000. And so, because Shining Star, they gave 4,000 and I said incorrect, I deducted 1 point. So I will take my 1 point that I deducted and I'll give them 4 points, because for that particular round, once you answer a question correctly, you attract 4 points. So that has been added to their marks. So at the end of round 4, I won't go through the marks for round 4 again because I just went through them. And so at the end of round 4, the total marks, round 3, at the end of round 3, MANNA International School, they have 36 points. 36 points. Shining Star International School, they have 36 points. And Universal International School, they have 31 points. A round of applause to all our competing contestants and schools. Right, so round 4, the very last round in this particular contest, the first contest for the qualifying rounds of contests for the Ashanti region. Round 4 is decoding the clues. And here, the questions will be read out as a series of clues. If a question is answered on the first clue, 6 points. 6 points will be awarded. If it is answered correctly on the second clue, 5 points. On the third clue, 4 points. On the fourth and any other indication of subsequent clues, 3 points will be awarded. And again, contestants are expected to press the buzzer. So we'll do a short test of the buzzers because this is the last round. And they say last days are always dangerous. But I think that last days are always exciting. So you press the buzzer and then you wait for me to call you and you can proceed with your answer. So let's hear the sound that comes from the buzzer from MANNA International School. Very good. Shining Star International School. Good. Universal International School. Very good. So I wish you all the best. All the best. The first set of clues. I am a group of organisms known for diversity. To find me, you must create a culture. I can be found in almost every environment on earth. Some of us can cause diseases, but others are essential for processes like fermentation. Universal?
Bacteria.
Bacteria is correct. So they answered, listen. They answered on the fourth clue. So they get 3 points. 3 points. Remember, there are only 4 sets of clues. The first set is done. We have 3 more to go. I am essential for navigating the vast digital landscape, but I am not found on a map. I consist of characters and symbols that, when combined, lead you to a digital destination. You will often use me after a search engine gives you a list of results. I include a domain name that directs you to the right server. Universal.
Address.
You can find me in the address bar at the top of your web browser. Shining Star. That is correct. So they answered on the fifth clue. Fifth clue. So that is how many? 3 points. The last but 2. Or the last but 1. The last but one. I am a process that you cannot see with your naked eye. I can occur quickly like a burning log, or slow like the tarnishing of silver. I turn some foods and some metals reddish brown. MANNA.
Oxidation.
Oxidation is correct. They answered on the third clue. And so it attracts how many? 4 points. The very last one. The very last one. I can be found in insects in your kitchen and in your laboratory. I am used in the construction industry for cleaning concrete. In water, I am a liberator, setting tiny charged particles free. I can be mild enough to drink or strong enough to burn. When I meet metals, MANNA.
Acid.
Acid is correct. There's a lot of excitement. So, listen. So, they provided the correct answer on the fifth clue, and that means it attracts 3 points. And ladies and gentlemen, on that, I don't know if I should say acidic note, we have come to the end of the contest. Well done to the competing schools, and a round of applause for our contestants. Well done, well done, well done. Okay. So I'll provide the scores for the round 4, and then I'll go ahead with the grand, they say grand total, or the totals, the final totals. All right, so at the end of round 4, MANNA International School were able to make 7 points. Shining Star International School, 3 points. Universal International School, 3 points. A round of applause, please. Well done. Well done to our smart contestants. Now listen to the most exciting bit. I think this is what we've all been looking for. So now I'll go in increasing order. Increasing order. Increasing order. So at the end of the contest, the first contest in the qualifying series for the Ashanti Regional Contest for the Junior Science and Maths Quiz 2023. Universal International School has 34 points. A round of applause for them. Shining Star International School, 39 points. And MANNA International School, 43 points. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Congratulations to all our contestants. You have done so very well, and I really need to applaud every single one of you. Well done, well done, well done. For the showmanship, well done. However, it's unfortunate that for Universal International School, this may be the end of the road for this particular competition is concerned. And I need to applaud you for joining us and for actually putting up a very good show. Well done, well done, well done. Shining Star International School, my goodness. Thank you so very much. Highly smart people, well done. But again, hopefully we will see you in our 2024 Junior Science and Maths Quiz. I need to applaud you as well. Well done. MANNA International School. MANNA International School. Well done for progressing to the next stage. And remember, like I said from the beginning, I said that this is just the Ashanti Regional Qualifying Series. And very soon we will gather our contestants from the Northern region, from the Western region, from the Greater Accra region. So it means that you really need to go and prepare so very well. I can't wait to see you again on this stage. Well done, well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our contest for today. Remember, the Junior Science and Maths Quiz is proudly organized by the College of Science at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service and Eridec Limited and Dex Technologies. We have a lot of sponsors sponsoring this particular contest. We appreciate the KNUST e-Learning Center for all our media and video coverages. We also want to applaud the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning for the provision of venues when we went around the entire nation. And of course, we also want to appreciate Dex Technologies. And like I always say, at Dex Technologies, a new beginning for new engineers. Thank you so very much, and I wish you a good evening.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6, a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.